This is the sub that I'm going to be using. So it's quite an old JL actually. It's about probably a minimum of 10 years old. Not in this box, because this box is huge. I've changed it because the boot on my car is quite small. I'll actually get a quick shot of that in a second. I've rearranged the box, read up a little bit on sealed box. I've always done sealed boxes instead of ported ones on my subs. The box, you don't need much clearance behind it, so I've shallowed. I'm going to make the box a lot shallower to try and not take up too much room in my boot area, as I'll show you in a minute, because like I say, it's not a huge amount of space in there. But yes, this was one of the first decent subwoofers I ever bought, and it was in my Suzuki Swift, so it's kind of going in my Suzuki Baleno now, so that's quite, I don't know, cool to me, but probably a bit nerdy to everyone else, but fuck it, I don't care. And then just trying to reuse bits where I can off this old box, so that's my speaker port thing. I have to try and find someone with a very large hole cutter that I can borrow, so I don't have to try and fanny around doing one with, I think I did it with a jigsaw last time. I'll just go get a quick shot of my boot space. 2 seconds. And here's my boot space. As you can see, it's not really the biggest of boots. So I'm planning on having a stood up box with the sub facing towards the back. And then I'm just basically going to put a plank across the front of the box that I've made. So I can keep the box plain and simple. Put a plank across the front, plank across the top. And then cover that, and probably do a bit of a false floor as well, because the floor that's in there is really horrible and grubby. I've not decided whether I'm going to repaint. These are all a big moulded piece of plastic. I've not decided whether I'm going to repaint that or not yet, because it's probably going to be awkward to get out. So, but yeah, it should be pretty simple. I'm hoping. I haven't checked for grommets for like putting my power cables through for it or anything, but the amp's going to be hidden in all behind the box in. It's just literally going to be the sub on the front. I'm hopefully going to get a protective grille made for the sub as well, just something to be a bit different. If I can make something that doesn't look like a wang. I'm not going to try and explain that. In the previous design of one, I got told it looked like a penis. So yeah, so hopefully it'll be alright. That also means if I can do it as a hidden thing, I can still hide stuff in the boot, like brollies and my emergency seaside kit. You've always got to have a bucket and spade just in case. So yeah, hopefully it'll be pretty cool once I'm done. So I fitted the earth cable earlier, that's hidden underneath here. I'm using one of the seat bolts as a earthing point. I've got my RCA cable turned up today, which has got the amp switch built into it. So all I need to do is wire that up to my head unit and feed it down. I'm going to feed it down the right hand side and then take my power cable down the left hand side. Just waiting for that to arrive, and a bunch of other bits and bobs. I've got battery terminals and things turning up and all sorts. I might make myself a new parcel shelf, because this one's doesn't really fit very well. Even though it's the standard one, it falls off and it's probably going to buzz around all over the place. With it being quite a flat mount, I might try and make one out of some thin MDF. Don't know, we'll figure that one out when I get there. That'll be an extra. Yeah. And I'll leave it for that.